Hello and welcome to Cigars and More, Smoking Underground in the Vitola, My Father Lounge and Studio. I am Devin, and that is Gary. Welcome back.
Hola. Appreciate y'all. Hola, amigo. And you know the reason why. Good having y'all here. Appreciate y'all stopping by and actually enjoying. Well, let me rephrase that. Just dropping by and just seeing a couple of geek guys just having a good time with cigars and talking about sticks and having a little bit of camaraderie, a little brother camaraderie of the leaf. So, if we can, how you doing?
I am feeling great today.
Good.
It's been a wonderful week. The weather is finally changing from the disgustingness of summer.
Yes.
And I'm going to say it. I don't care if you don't like it or not. Summer was horrible.
I love summer. I'm a big guy and I still like summer. I'm probably the only big guy in Alabama that loves summer. I love summer. I like that aura of the humidity and the heat that comes with it. And man, just getting out here in a short sleeve shirt and flip flops and enjoying the sand going through your toes. Anyway, I like summer. I do. I love summer.
I like fall.
Yeah, I'm a fall winter person.
Nothing
Gary.
beats getting out of the sauna in the fall.
I smoke twice as many cigars in the summertime, so I don't need the lights.
You know, that's true. I do too. I think I smoke more in the summer than I do anytime else.
Indeed. It's because the weather's beautiful.
I take my
night.
So I'll go outside of my house. I'll take a big old standing fan. I'll plug that sucker into my outside and I'll leave that on so that I don't have to die from heat stroke while smoking a cigar. And
watch a little sweat drips come down on you and stuff. Yeah, that gets old.
The only time that ever gets ruined is if it's a bad cigar.
Yes. Is it a free cigar?
No, not normally. I pay for it.
Yes. Probably.
I make that money.
It can't be bad then. It can't.
Not really.
Bad. Yeah. I hear you, man.
Welcome, everybody, to the show.
Yes,
thank you for being here. Remember, like, share, subscribe, all those social media nonsense buttons. And please do us a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that follow button.
Please.
I want to see it pop up.
Please.
We appreciate you being here. We are actually joined by a live studio audience here. We've got two wonderful people in the audience.
Matt and Darius.
Welcome. And Matt and Darius, the Barlow.
Indeed.
Barlow is what I call him.
Yes,
because there's no bar lower.
And the Matt attack. So yes, and what's up, Dr. D?
Dr. D.
Hey, buddy.
So Dr. D was the host, by the way, last week when you were out.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Lowest numbers we've ever had.
I hope.
No.
That is not right.
Remember, we had some shows with Jason before.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Jason Robnett was probably the lowest numbers we've had.
Yeah. And we're still brushing off beard from our table from where Jason was here.
Yeah.
So, Dr. D, I appreciate you being with us. Thank you very much. And thank you. The stool still feels the same. So that's good. I appreciate you doing that.
That's when he takes it weird. Okay. So, tell us what you're drinking. Tell us what you're smoking. Tell us what you're drinking and smoking.
All of that.
All of
Please
it.
Do.
And remember that what we're smoking tonight is going to be hopefully pretty good.
Yes.
I've never had it before, so I'm looking forward to it.
Speaking of smoking, what you drinking?
Tonight on Whiskey Talk Friends. Wait, that's a different show that I do. I am drinking Casamigo Tequila 40% Blanco. It is wonderful. I wanted something with a bite, but also had a nice light flavor, and tequila always does that for me.
I think I cheated. I started on my cigar early. I think it's going to go well.
You think so?
That actually sounds like a perfect compliment to a cigar.
Well, the way that ash is doing on that cigar over there.
I'm cheating. I'm ashing it. That would still be hanging on if I wasn't.
John, do me a favor and put up Pope up there. That is my uncle. Michael right there, Pope 1944.
Pope.
He comes and visits me in Georgia every once in a while, and we sit outside and smoke cigars.
Siren song going on.
Oh, there's the siren. So he is, look what he's doing.
Siren.
He would normally, I would be smoking a Punch Grand Puro.
Really?
Drinking a Moscow Mule made with Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey. And I've had Tullamore Dew. It is amazing.
How about that? Tullamore Dew. Is that right?
Oh, it's good. Oh, it's so good. Welcome, Siren. Thank you for being here, my good friend. It was fun being on Smoking Underground, and I blame you for the low numbers, Devin. That's true. It's true.
Boy,
this face is definitely made for radio, but I push it on everybody.
Was Devin in the pre-show conversations?
That's what she said.
That's
She
exactly what she said.
Exactly.
She never
Or
listens to you.
didn't say.
That's right.
So
Ah,
today we are smoking something pretty phenomenal.
yeah.
I would have to say, if you can put that graphic up there.
Kind of excited.
Yeah, I've had the
Kinda
20,
excited.
and I'm really looking forward to this 60. This is the Rocky Patel 60.
Before we go any further, what do you think of the band, big boy?
Woo, this band is full wrapped,
Man,
top to bottom.
What you talking about?
all the way down. This thing is beautiful with the standard Rocky Patel red. It's a little lighter shade of red than the
Oh,
typical
yeah,
base color. You've got standard flat golds and gloss golds on it with their classic black. And then you got down here, you got a picture. It's you got the leaves. It's almost like a photograph just pasted over it of tobacco leaves. And then at the bottom, a black and gold band with gold lettering that's raised letters or numbers for 60. And I'm thoroughly impressed with this. I personally love cigars that are fully wrapped all the way that you have to take a bunch of shit off of. I love that.
If Liberace was a cigar,
I don't know if
what
I'd go that far, but
that's
yeah,
what it would look like right there.
Yeah.
That's got more gold, glitter, and everything else than one country star. My God.
But unlike certain celebrities we may or may not have just referred to,
yeah.
I think the Van's very classy.
Oh, very
I'm not a
so. Yeah.
big fan of those full wraps or a
Right.
big fan of those,
Look at
but I think it's a nice band.
Right.
Put it right there.
Very
Now,
classy.
very classy. You pull that off, you pull off the artwork on the bottom,
Yep.
and then you still have the two other bands right here. I like to keep my bands on as long as humanly possible, just because I feel classier when I do that.
That's what she said.
And that is what she said when she's with me. So I've got my typical wide mouth punch, my favorite wide mouth
Oh,
punch.
yeah. That's
which
your
I-
blind man punch over.
That's right. Look at that sucker. I
Got
love that.
three of them to choose from. Close your eyes, punch it.
And I've got my wonderful Arc of Fire gaming lighter
All right.
with the Thunderbird insert,
Okay.
which has a
You
pyramid.
rock. You
So-
rock, man.
Let's go ahead and get this going.
All right, we're gonna fire this up. Nicaraguan binder filler, one of my favorite of all. Come the wrapper San Andreas. So what we're looking at here is I think
that
we're
what you
looking at
got?
about 4 sizes.
You have a
And ain't that something?
oh snap!
Matt's showing off. Now it's doing lighter comparison. Now you watch Devin. He's gonna get intimidated. He's gonna start stuttering. here
No,
in a
there's
minute.
nothing better than my Arc of
You
Fire
watch.
one
You
because at the
watch.
bottom,
Uh-huh.
Dr. D and I host a show
Okay.
on my gaming network called Whiskey Talk Friends, which if you abbreviate it is WTF.
Oh.
And down at the bottom, etched in, is Whiskey Talk Friends down there. My buddy Dr. D got it for my
Oh,
birthday this year.
God.
It is the most amazing thing he's ever gotten me.
Hey Norman.
Norm.
Hey Sandy. So anyway,
Wow.
let's
All right.
get this thing rolling.
And you know what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do on this Casamigo, I'm going to do a dip on it. I'm
Oh,
gonna
are
try
you
it.
really?
I want to try
Throw
that out.
down. Throw down. Get that dip going on. Dip it. Let's go.
I'm going to get my assessment first here.
I was going to say we do have the two sizes at least in stock right now of the 60s at the Cigar and
Really?
More Vitola locations, the 6x60,
Mm.
and we're enjoying the Toro 6.5 by 52. Everything's a box press.
This thing also comes in a half Corona.
Yeah,
Three and a
I'm
half
kind
by-
of
What?
Wow.
3.5 by 46.
46.
Wow.
It's almost a cigar.
And then
Now-
then it comes in a Robusto at 5.5 by 50.
Lord.
I sure hope we're going to get the half Coronas. I have a thing for half Coronas anymore.
Now, I will say, I'm going to go ahead and say this.
Oh.
I tried the 20th. You were there. It was a Tuesday or Friday night. It wasn't this last one, but the ones before. I tried a 20th.
Decent.
No,
No.
did not enjoy it. I got to say, I did not
Wow.
enjoy it. Not to say it's not a
There
bad
you go.
cigar. Some of you guys might like it. I did not enjoy it. This, on the other hand, is night and day
Jonesy?
difference.
Yeah.
This has a lot of complexity.
Yeah.
It's very good.
The,
Rocky put out like 4 cigars last
Right.
year, 5 different, and I think
Dude.
I didn't. He wasn't 100%, but
Right.
again, that's why I say we got 2,000 selections here.
Right,
Not
right.
every cigar.
You know what this has
tickles
on it?
everybody's
Exactly.
fanny.
This has a really light pull. Like you can feel the
I
lightness
know.
when it
And
hits.
see, that's what I like.
Yeah.
I like that. I like it when it draws like a straw.
Like the smoke even tastes like.
Yeah, and that is what I dug right there because you got a good even burn, and sometimes what they'll do they'll put a little bit more viso in here to lighten it up
Yeah.
in order to combine the wrapper and the binder. Okay.
Right.
So, but sometimes again, like the 20th, it can get too smooth.
Yeah.
So, and to me, man, I dread saying this, but I'm going to.
Say it.
One of the God of Fires, it's the Carlito. I'll go ahead and tell you. It's
Okay.
Carlito, too smooth. Yeah, great cigar, other than it's almost too light, it's just not there. It just ain't. And I hate paying $30 for a stick, and I'm like,
Yeah.
give me something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so anyway.
Those are good
yeah.
for like people who are just getting into cigars. You want to get them something nice,
Right.
but nothing too complex. You get them something that's overly smooth.
Right.
Because then they can't have anything but a good opinion.
Right.
Because they don't understand complexity yet.
Look at the smoke coming off this.
I know, it's phenomenal.
Good.
So we have a good
job.
question there from the man. Any good tools for cutting cigars? I have become a big fan of punches in the past year, especially wide mouth punches, simply because you get the same effect of a cut, but you keep the cap intact. Before that, I was nothing but a V cut, man. That's all I would do was V cut. What about you guys? What's your favorite?
What do y'all like?
Matt does a V.
Matt does a V.
The V and the hole punch.
Yeah,
Darius
V and
goes
the
with
hole
the
punch.
V and the
That
hole
keeps
punch.
the tobacco inside, so you don't get all that crap falling off in your mouth. You ain't spitting like you just chewed something, you know.
Yeah.
So that's good right there.
And that's what I tell people is the great thing about this one. If you can get a hold of these, if we have them at the store, the 3 different sizes on it, you punch it big, you start having rough times pulling it. You just take it down one step and just put a little bit more avenue inside of it. That's what she said. Never mind. I got to stop doing that joke. That joke's been overused. I apologize.
How'd you cut yours, Gary?
Yeah. How'd you cut yours, Gary?
A light guillotine on top.
Like guillotine?
Yeah, and sometimes I emulate a little bit of Lito Gomez. I'm sorry, but I just do. I seen him do that one time where it's an old store, and all of a sudden I seen him sit down, and I'm saying, you know, let me watch one of the masters do this. And sure enough, I seen him sit down, and as he sat down, he's talking the whole time.
Right.
You know, he's the Spanish blah 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 blah, and he's peeling this rascal off with his thumb.
The cap.
The cap. He's
Wow.
peeling the cap off with his thumb, and he's sitting there talking the whole time, not even looking at the cigar. And he's peeling it off, and all of a sudden he just goes, bip, he peels it off and sticks it in his mouth. And I'm going, oh, that's
I've never
how
done
you
that
do it.
before. I'll have to try that.
And I did that my second tour down in Honduras. I did that.
Nice.
And there was some guys right there and said, oh, you got a cutter? No, I ain't got a cut. Because at the airport, these knuckleheads at the airport will take them if you're not careful. Okay. So, so everybody, I shove a little secret here. This is free. You ain't got to pay for this. So if you're careful, take those things, shove it in your shoe and put a sock on, in there and put it in your check luggage. You'll have your lighter and your cutter by the time you get to your location. They don't care. Yeah. So anyway, everybody's cutter got took, so except for mine, and I left mine. I think I left mine at the compound. So anyway, and these cats are saying, so I go over and I start peeling my cap off, and they're like, "Oh, do mine." I'm like, "Dude, you got fingernails, do you not? Go ahead and do your own." Anyway, yeah, that was it. That's the end of the story. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
What's up, Don? Hey, Sir Metal, thanks for being here, buddy.
Thank goodness. Great seeing you.
Favorite
tell
cigar?
Us what you're smoking and drinking.
So he says, favorite cigar I've ever had. It's from a small town in Havana, a real Fabrica de Tobacco Portugués.
Partake. Yeah,
Partake.
Tobacco Partake. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Wherever you were in that area right there in the Tobacco Partake, man, that's some good stuff right there.
Nice.
We don't condone it. We don't sell it. So good for you.
So I'm about to do a dip. I'm going to do the dip.
Do the dip.
So I'm drinking, just to let anybody know who's just joining us, the Casamigo Tequila 40% Blanco.
Before you dip, was I right?
About what?
About mix.
About that beverage with your cigar.
Yeah.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect.
I like it when I'm right.
I got to say kudos to the stick. Kudos to the stick.
I was
good stuff.
That's better than I thought it was going to be.
Oh my!
That's what I love about tequila. It's got the harshness of alcohol that you like. That most of us like.
Right.
With the lighthearted kind of just zest.
Right.
that you get from light-hearted,
Okay. So
other
it's so
things.
so as you dip it there, are you looking at a little pop? Or are you looking at smooth, or just a nice blend of flavor on the end of that?
I don't even care. It's
Enough
just
said.
got to be good, baby. It's
Enough
just got to be
said.
good.
Enough said. There you are. There you are.
Well, see, because you get the difference
Huh?
between like a really harsh scotch or a
Right.
really harsh whiskey, and you do
Right.
that.
Yeah.
The reason you dip
Right.
is you want that something.
Yeah.
You want that flavor
Right.
pop of something.
Right. Right.
Even if it's light, if it's heavy, typically you don't dip.
Yeah.
So you dip for a reason. There's always a specific reason. You don't.
Yeah.
I'm not just sitting here doing this every single time. If
Right.
I'm going to dip the cigar every single
Right.
time, I'm going to take a hit of it.
Right.
I should just drink the whiskey or the tequila.
If you get a
Cheers.
chance to, I seen the video of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and let me know if y'all seen them. Hello, Sandy. What's up, Jonesy? Hey, Don. Sorry to leave y'all out. I meant to say hello earlier. But anyway, we're talking. I'm sorry. But anyway, so if you guys have seen the video of the Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Cigar Aficionado, let us know. That is something else that you will have to watch.
Okay.
That is something. And I wish I could do. Gosh, I wish Carl Cathy was here. He could do Arnold Schwarzenegger to a T. But it was like in 1989, he goes up and he's in this bar, right?
Give me your cigar.
Okay, good. All right, yeah.
That was horrible.
So that's close. So
Get to the chopper.
So in 1989, he goes and he's sitting in this bar, and this guy, he goes up and he picks a cigar up, right?
Yep.
And as he picks the cigar up, he cuts it and he sticks it in his mouth, right? He sticks it in his mouth. He's about to light this thing. The guy comes up and jerks it out of his mouth. This is 1989. Arnold Schwarzenegger. You better have a set when you do that. So anyway, the guy takes it. This Cuban guy. He says, "Oh, the cigar is not ready yet." And Arnold's like, "What do you mean the cigar is not ready? I'm fixing to fire it." He's no. I must do something. So he takes tequila, and he takes.
All right.
You listening? He takes Spanish cedar, and he takes the tequila, and he takes the Spanish cedar, he dips it into tequila, and he coats the cigar with it. He lightly coats it.
Okay.
Coats it, right? Okay. And then all of a sudden he takes it and he hands it back to Arnold. Arnold goes, he looks at the cigar, he sticks it back in his mouth. He reaches back over and he takes it back out of his mouth. And Arnold's like, "What are you doing to my cigar?" I wish I could do as that.
What are you doing to my cigar?
Thank you. That's good. So he says, he says, "What are you doing with my cigar?" And he says, "I'm not finished with it yet." So he goes, and next thing you know, he takes the end of it and he dips it down in the tequila. And then he lights it with the Spanish cedar. And man, he is just lighting it. Man, he is just light. And then all of a sudden he gives it back to Arnold. And Arnold says, this is what kind of cigar is this? Well, it wasn't bad.
No, it was better.
So, and the guy looks at him, he says, "Who cares?
Who cares?
It's a great cigar." And Arnold goes, "It's delicious. This is the best cigar I've ever tasted in my life." It's a great video. I don't do it justice, but you've got to watch that. It's pretty neat.
All right.
Any thoughts on cigarillos? It is it's a preference thing. To be honest with you, cigarillos, they're machine made, but doesn't make any difference when it comes to cigarillos. Norman, it is a
Excaliburs are pretty good.
yes. There is a few out there. Perdomo makes great ones. Cohiba makes really good ones. Sanpan or Sancho Panza, they make really good ones too. So your cigarillos are good, quick smoke. I've got a debate with that, but again, it's a prerogative. If you like small cigars, if you like Coronas, if you like petite Coronas, man, there ain't nothing wrong with that, man. That's where some of your best flavor comes from. It's got that's where a lot of passion is, actually, because whenever you start talking about a small cigar, you're looking at the wrapper, the binder, the filler, and you're getting all that packed into one. That's why Lancero is so hard to sell, because a lot of guys think it's sissy to smoke a Lancero.
Right, because it's so narrow.
You know,
Barlow's smoking a Lancero right now.
There you go. And so, but your Lancero is some of the best flavor stuff because
Yeah.
you get all of that flavor, man, and it pops. So your cigarillos are very, very comparable, very similar to the same thing, and they're good, man. They're great for a quick smoke. We're going to say about 5 minutes, something like that, maybe 7, 10 if you stretch it out.
So let's before we transition to the main subject that this whole thing's posted about, let's talk about the Ducks Unlimited. If you can post that up there, Mr. John.
Oh, I've heard of that thing.
So we've got an event. It's not really our event, but it's a Ducks Unlimited event happening at Good People Brewery this Monday. If I'm not mistaken, that's the 4th. It takes place at 5:00 at Good People Brewery. Tickets are $50. He's about to post a link where you need to purchase that from. I highly recommend it. You get, I believe it's 2 free beers and 1 free cigar. Now, I just got confirmation that I can do this. I'm going to be there.
He did.
If you walk up to me at the show, at the whole event at Good People, and mention that you've seen the show, that you like the show, anything, I will hand you another cigar. I'm going to have a whole clutch, only what can fit in my pockets, and I'm going to hand you a cigar. So you can get another one for free, but you have to mention the show.
And if you're female, he'll give you 2.
But it'll cost you your number.
He's just got to make room.
So, okay. So look forward to that. It's going to be really cool. They do raffles. They do auctions and stuff like that. And he's told me a story of one of his friends walked out with 3 shotguns from a raffle.
Yes, he did. And that was raffle too. They have silent auctions down there. If you guys are probably looking for a vacation, you're coming up on sometime, and even in the winter, it's summertime. I think the silent raffles on the vacation and some of the bungalows that they raffle off down there, I think it's good for like a year, I think. So you're if you're coming up on a vacation, man, do it. It's a ball. You'll have, gosh darn, COVID stuff has just ruined a lot of stuff. Back when we used to have the Ducks Unlimited before all this stuff went on here, man, it was so much fun because it was first of all wall-to-wall people, and then of course wall-to-wall cigars and wall-to-wall food. They're gonna have some food there, and trust me, it's good.
Maybe Turduncan.
They do,
as we keep saying.
Yeah, this
because it's Ducks Unlimited.
This ain't gonna be donuts. So it's gonna be good. So y'all come. It's gonna be a Good People Brewery.
Get them tickets.
Oh man,
Sir Metal, get them tickets. Join me, brother.
Indeed.
And because of who I am, I always got to point out the free valet parking. Parking is one of the biggest things for me at an event. You're gonna park my car for me? I don't care.
Yes. Oh God, I cannot wait for that.
Right on.
Cannot wait for that. It's going to be good. So catch me there. I will probably be wearing a shirt like this, Cigars and More shirt, just so you can point me out in the crowd.
As far as parking goes, you'll know Devin when he drives up. He'll be on his Vespa.
That's right.
Be ready to go. Got his hard hat on.
Now, all of a sudden, 2 podcasts in a row, tonight and last night, all of a sudden I get Dumb and Dumber references for some reason.
That's right. Okay, so John,
consider the source, John. Come on, man.
All right, John, tell us the subject for tonight. Tell us a little bit about it. What's your thoughts on it? You came up with this. So
I came up with this topic, and I've decided to put myself back on the market. But this also goes to a doctor's office recently, and they ask, "Do you smoke?" Question is, do I smoke? Is that question biased to, do I smoke cigarettes?
Right. Because it should be. I mean, you would think that's going to be a biased question.
And that's usually what it is.
Yeah.
Because I know many people despise cigarettes, love cigars.
Right. I hate cigarettes.
I was a cigarette smoker up until, ironically, I quit at 25.
Love you, Jonesy.
25 years ago. And I took my 5-6 years off and fell into cigars kind of when I cut back on drinking.
Right.
So I do this instead of drinking. The definition I was looking up before the show of smoking is the inhalation of a cigarette, pipe, or cigar.
Right.
Just a quick poll of the people in the crowd out there. How many of you are inhaling your cigars?
Ooh.
Yeah. How many of you out there listening, even if you're watching this after the fact, comment down below. How many of you are inhaling your cigars?
So
man.
The big question is, and with the conversation I want to have with those of you out there, guys in the room here, even the audience, are you a smoker if you enjoy cigars? Like, if I'm on a dating app and the woman says, I don't like cigar or I don't like smokers, am I still a smoker?
Yeah. Should you even put that on there? Should you go, no, I'm not a smoker? Because what you're thinking is cigarette smoke, not this hobby where you don't inhale because you shouldn't inhale. And it really is just a flavor thing. It's just like anything else.
I might come home smelling like cigars, but I'll be honest, when I had a girlfriend in the past and I came home from enjoying a cigar or a day at the cigar shop or having a cigar, I go home and I clean up. And I don't lay in bed next to them smelling like a cigar. I clean myself up.
Right.
And I'm not running out of bed at 10 o'clock at night to go spend 15 minutes on the patio with a cigarette.
Okay.
Sir Metal goes, the only thing I inhale is food.
God bless you.
That's next week's topic.
Sir Metal, it's Monday, the 4th, this coming Monday. It's at 5 o'clock. $50 tickets. You can see the link right there.
Okay, so we're going to go devil's advocate here.
You can turn the link off now.
So
I know I can.
what I'm going to say, what if you say you're a vegan, but you have a steak once a month? Are you still a vegan?
That's right.
Think about that.
Well, all steak is processed fruits or vegetables.
I didn't think about it like that.
You know what I'm saying? There you go. That's 160 IQ at work right there.
Well,
that's it.
Well,
take off the
I
zero.
would say you got two of those numbers right.
Yeah, and that is a good
throw
question.
Your bone out there, man.
Because
anyway,
I mean, there is a difference. I used to date a girl who was a smoker, like a cigarette smoker.
Right.
I'm telling you, that is not a great smell to be around. Like you go down, you're at night and you're going to bed, and her hair smells like cigarette smoke. You want to die. It's horrible.
Well, Jonesy does cigarettes, and he and I, we hang out a lot. And so I mean, as far as that goes, it don't bother me. It just don't.
Right.
So I really don't mind it in a sense. But I mean, I don't want to go. Just to be honest with you, I don't want to go into a bar and it just be wall to wall cigarettes. I
Smoking and non-smoking. You guys remember that?
I just don't.
I remember that from when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's
the smoking or non-smoking section. I feel like I missed an opportunity because I was born too late. Because I'd love to go into the smoking section and light up a cigar.
You missed the time back when it's like, for instance, of course I'm of that age where you literally rode in the back window back there, because you're trying to catch a nap going to the beach down there. And then your mom's got Kent 100s and dad's got Winston's.
Oh,
and man, they are just lighting it up like Cheech and Chong. And this whole car smells like it, man. And those are the days you sort of remember.
Yeah.
And just go, man, that was just so cool. That was just awesome.
I was watching Danny DeVito, Other People's Money, a few weeks ago. And
I love Danny DeVito.
I can't remember the woman, the actress in that movie. Absolutely gorgeous for late 80s woman, whatever. But she's smoking in every scene. Danny DeVito's smoking in every scene. And and you will go back and you watch your Miami Vice and Crockett smoking in every scene.
Yep, that's right.
I mean, yes, the world's changed, and yes, I will. One of the weird things about me, I used to work for my father. He used to own a durable medical company,
right?
Wheelchairs, everything, home oxygen.
Sure.
And I remember being out back on break with the other employees. I was, quote, an employee, and we're on our cigarette breaks, and the people out there are there bitching about my father's exotic cars. Little did they know, the reason my father has these exotic cars is because of cigarette smokers like them. You are just the future customers of this company.
That's right. Put up Sir Metal's comment there. Yeah. That's a good point, and that's a discerning woman right there.
Yeah.
Oops. It's like, is that a touchscreen? I don't think that one's a touchscreen.
Yeah, that laptop.
So he's talking about his girlfriend knew the difference. Basically, she knew there was a difference between cigars and cigarettes, and that's good. That's very good.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, there is a distinct difference. That is for sure.
And I mean, my decision is I don't come clean with it until the first date.
Right.
Until you meet me in person, I'm not going to come clean with it. I'm going to come clean with it. Believe it or not, cigars would be the least of your worries when it comes to me. But
I can imagine. I've heard stories. I can imagine.
But it's
Don
something that I
Leather
think needs to be
Company.
explained, that I'm not going to show up and I'm not reeking of cigars. I don't smoke in my car.
Yeah.
We've got an episode coming up about how to smoke cigars in your car and not make the car smell like cigars.
Yeah.
I don't smoke in the house. It's a patio thing or a deck thing, depending on the home I'm in.
I want to smoke in my house so bad. Like when I'm playing video games and streaming, I'm usually drinking when I'm streaming, playing video games. I would love to be able to.
Well, why don't?
Because that's in my house, and I refuse to smoke in my house. I own the house, and I refuse to smoke in my own house. I won't.
I so want to, when I'm editing,
that.
is have a cigar while I'm editing, and just
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Darius said, open that garage door a little bit.
Yeah.
Sit on out there in that garage. Yeah, I agree.
What we got next up there? Looks like Pope said something.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, that's
Not a touch screen.
touch screen.
Not a touch screen.
Oh, sorry. Oh, it's just Pope.
I don't have a death wish. The reason a woman doesn't like the answer is that you smell like smoke.
Oh goodness.
Now,
anyway,
I will say that when I did my woodworking and I had my woodworking shop, I used to smoke in my woodworking shop.
Oh, absolutely.
And I would notice sometimes after I made a piece of furniture and I brought it in the house, it would smell like cigars.
Oh,
is that right?
So I quit smoking in my wood shop.
Oh wow.
Because my old studio used to be I converted part of my wood shop to one of my first podcasts.
You should have added that onto the price.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Want smoking smell or you want non-smoking smell?
I'll tell you what.
Which one?
My buddy Daniel, I made him a changing table for his baby before he was born. And he would come over and help me. He'd be my assistant for carpentry and whatnot. And that was the best thing we did. We just pop a 6-pack and cigars the whole time. I'm telling you, we could have made this thing in a day, and we spent a week doing it because we were just drinking beer and smoking cigars. And it was perfect timing because I was furloughed at the time because of the whole COVID pandemic when it first hit.
Right.
I had plenty of time.
Right.
So we just sat out there and drank a haba beer and smoked cigars. It was wonderful.
Oh man.
No, the metal, there's no ashtray I would recommend, to be honest with you. It's all personal preference.
It is personal preference. Now they make some, oh God, there was something here that we sold. I can't remember what it was. I can't.
You're talking about in the vehicle.
But no, this was an ashtray, but it had real little thin edges on it. And it was a cigar ashtray. I ain't figured it out yet. You had to do a balancing act on this thing. So that's it right there. So I mean, get something with some. If you're going to do a cigar, of course, obviously, make sure it's got a wide brim on it to where it'll hold your cigar.
Yeah.
Kind of hold up the ashtray on your table there, guys, since you're on the camera.
But Devin's got to pick up a Swisher Sweet off of that, right?
Swisher Sweet.
That ashtray actually sucks too.
Yeah. So now,
don't get one of those. The concept behind it's great, and if you use it properly, you can knock your ash into it and everything.
Yeah.
But if you're not using it correctly, all the ashes do is pile up on top of it.
I call it a blind man's ashtray.
So if you to expand Sir Metal's question, Zycar makes this really nice tin or aluminum cup that's got this insert in it. I use it in my truck all the time. I love this thing. It's got a raised bottom, so if you need to set your cigar straight down, it's also got this curly spring thing in there to knock ash off. And I set mine right on the side, so I know exactly where it's at. I don't even have to look. I can go over and just knock ash off and have my window open. It's perfect. Fits right inside the cup holder. It even has a top on it, which I recommend you put on when you're, not using it because it'll ruin your car.
That's where you get a lot of the smell is the burnt. If you cap your ashtray and preferably take it in and clean it every night.
Yeah,
it really helps keep the cigar smell out of your car.
That it does.
Yeah. I highly recommend it. We usually have them sometimes here, those Zycar ones.
Yeah.
They're about $20 and I highly recommend it.
I think last time I saw them, Trustville had a few. I know Vitola had a few. I can't talk about today's inventories. I don't think we have any at 280 right now.
Oh, I love it. It's in my truck right now.
Yep.
I love that thing. I use it all the time. I just leave it in my truck every once in a while. I dump it out. And I've got something in my truck, which we will talk about in another episode, that I just leave the vents open.
Yeah.
I kid you not. I cap the ashtray. I get back in my truck and it never smells like cigar.
Hey, I tell you another thing too. I found this out. This is sort of a side note. We're gonna go on the shoulder with this one here, and that is I didn't know it's like my car. I drive a little Nissan Maxima, and that car actually has filters on the inside cabin filters.
Okay.
You can switch out. So literally, I can smoke in my car and really switch the things out. And
If you keep the filters, like you said, you got the filters. You
And
keep
John
a little
would
bit of
know.
cross ventilation. There's a product sold by another cigar shop, which when we talk about, well, I'll have the links and stuff for really cheap that does wonders on eliminating odors.
There's
It wasn't
stuff out
designed.
there.
It wasn't designed for cigars, but the guy that sells it has repackaged it so it has no identifying marks, so you can know where you can get it cheaper.
we
but
used to sell something called Ozium here. It was very good.
Those are the
We-
pucks I use.
We sold a fool out.
I got them on Amazon. They're wonderful. It's about this big, and it's got you just remove the seal on it, and I just keep it.
Man. Woo, that's good
Backseat
stuff.
cup holders
Yeah.
all the time. It works perfect.
Got these little what do you call it? The ozone stuff does good too, and they make a portable version of that.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that literally takes up a lot of the smoke right there. Almost if you're not careful, it's almost a mustiness to it if you're not careful and overdo it. But anyway, yeah.
So what's the answer to my question? Am I a smoker?
No, I'm going to say no. You're not a smoker.
Okay. Every time I've gone to a doctor's office or dentist office or anybody that says
This is not medical advice, by the way.
Yes, no, we're just
To the
a couple-
YouTube gods.
we're just a couple of nuts.
This is our
So
opinion.
that's all.
from-
That's all it is. So my name's Devin, by the way. He's John. So anyway,
Don't do that. Somebody who might want to go out with me could be watching this.
so anytime I go to a doctor's office or a dentist's office and they ask me, so do you use tobacco? I'll let them know. So hey, listen, I might do a cigar once a week and maybe once every two, and they will shrug their shoulders and just not just shake the head and just go, okay, whatever, and they'll go, nope.
Yeah,
Because there's a clear difference.
I've polled a few
And
of
that's
our
professional.
doctor customers.
Yeah.
We have a tremendous amount of
A lot.
medical professionals.
I saw my surgeon come in here earlier.
Oh.
I shouldn't even say that, should I?
I'm going to say,
Yeah.
one of my doctors is a regular at one of our shops.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to them and no, they don't consider it. I mean, when I was seeing him, I didn't know he smoked cigars, and eventually, but I do exactly what you do, Gary, is I don't answer the question on
Correct.
the form.
Correct.
I let the doctor fill it in.
Correct.
And never, I'm not say never, maybe once
Right.
they've classified it.
Yeah.
But it's,
If it's your cardio doctor, chances are it's probably going to be yes. But if it's anybody else, probably no.
I'm hoping only to see him once.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I got to say, this has been an excellent show. Fellas, if you'd like to join us behind the camera to say goodbye, you're welcome to. You don't
Well,
have
welcome
to.
to. Yep. Just fit behind here and good luck with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were joined
Yeah.
by a live studio audience. I'm 35 years old. Black just got to do cigars. And a box of Oliva Series V. I love your channel. Respect, bro.
You rock,
Respect.
D's. You rock,
Again,
buddy.
Ducks Unlimited happening this Monday at 5 o'clock. Good People Brewery. You will see me there. And if you come up to
do
me-
we know that commenter? Because I'm thinking he might be a friend of mine, but
If you come up to me at the Ducks Unlimited show
No.
and mention that you've watched the show, I will have some extra cigars that I will hand you.
Hey, Ty, just FYI, buddy, get ready for some jambalaya. It's coming Saturday. Just I'll let you know. I'm making it. I think we've got another friend of ours going to be there with some other some drink of some kind. Not sure what, but anyway, just I'll let
John.
you know, buddy. So look forward to seeing you Saturday too, man. Yes, yeah, I mean. So anyway, that's it. Sarah, it's good seeing you, huh? Sure enough. Thank y'all very much for taking time out of your day. I know we know you're busy. We know time's money and all that other kind of stuff. Thanks for joining us. These couple of nuts here that's enjoying cigars and enjoy talking about cigars. And we really do appreciate y'all taking time out. Thanks a lot. And was it like, share, subscribe? Is that right?
Yeah. And if you can delete any spam that's on the chat right now, I'd appreciate it.
Yes.
that
big
shall be
time.
taken care of.
Okay. Other than that, yeah, remember, hit that like button, share us around.
Mm.
And remember, to smoke is human, but to smoke a cigar, That's divine right there.
Indeed, it is. And to
Especially
do it,
since you don't inhale cigars.
see, that's what I'm saying.
It's a
not.
hobby because
Man.
it's like less than 1% have any effect from it
Exactly. And I'll say this, I'll reiterate this.
with cigar
okay?
smoke.
And that is that I'm a big guy. I'm not, I don't weigh 135 pounds.
Right.
Half of me does. But the thing is that I like food. I like flavor. And you'll see, I'm gonna say this again. John's gonna cut me off. He's gonna mute me. But I'm gonna say this, and that is that a lot of big guys will smoke cigars because we like flavor. We love flavor. You put a steak down in front of us, see Matt's even agreeing. And Matt's a skinny dude.
Right.
So if you like good food, good libation, I got water. But if you like any good any flavor at all, cigars it's hard to beat. They don't have any calories. Zero sugar, 0 calories. And man, you can enjoy them for guess what? How much is steak? It takes me about, I guess, probably a good ribeye, maybe 15 minutes, maybe. Cigar, 2 hours. Enjoy.
Take your time.
Man, take your time.
Cheers to that.
Indeed. Thank y'all for joining us. We really appreciate you. Come back next week. We'll do it again. Don't know what, but we'll do it again. We'll have fun doing it.
Absolutely, we will.
Thank you.
And we'll have our monogram number 9 episode coming up very shortly.
Okay. Excellent. That is good to hear.
Let me find our little outgoing video. See everybody next.
See you next time.
Later.
No pitted prunes this episode.
Oh.